What's up guys, Itchy here. So, coming at you with a little interesting video here. Formanna actually brought something to my attention. While playing around with the position of his Douglases, he actually was able to discover something that is pretty cool. And I wanted to share it with you guys because I thought you would basically benefit from it, especially on the last day of Frontier Hunter, as this is pretty important as far as that goes. So he did notice something, and that is that when his Douglases were paired up in the way that you see mine are now, you will actually get better sparks out of them. And what he determined is that the position of your Douglases, whether it's in the front row or the back, actually does have an impact on their attack pattern and the way that they spark. So, the way you can see, I have my Douglases set up right now. I have one set up in the back, I have one set up in front, one set up in the back, and then another one set up in front. Now, the way you want to look at this, if you look at your units at the bottom, you would consider Gra as position 1, the Douglas to the right of him is position 2, the Douglas underneath Gra would be position 3, Felnius would be position 4, the Douglas all the way at the bottom corner, bottom left corner would be position 5, and the Douglas in the bottom right corner would be position 6. So the way you would want to deploy your units would be 2, 3, and 6. And what this does is it gets your units to mesh very well, it gets the Douglases to pop off their Brave Burst correctly, and it gets your spark damage going exactly right. Now this means that it seems that the back Douglases are attacking a bit slower than the front Douglases, and even though they're ranged units and they don't actually have to move, there could be a way that it's coded so that the units that are in the back are always going to attack slower than units in the front. Now this has been pretty much tested and not quite proven yet, but it is worth testing for future Frontier Hunter and stuff like that. And the interesting thing I've found is I've actually been able to take out units that I don't usually take out, and as you can see here we have my arch nemesis Cephia, and if you've all seen my Paralyzed video you know how much I just love her. But one thing you'll notice here is I am actually going to deal a lot more damage than I usually do, and I'm going to hope that I can actually show this to you guys. I'm not sure if I can in this video because this is kind of a weird situation to do it, but usually I'll tell you what happens. Usually I do take Cephia to around what you saw in that video, and then you'll see Kukuri usually close to death but not quite there. So I'm going to go ahead and do my strategy as per normal. I'm going to go ahead and use an attack and defense, just so I hope I don't get my face smashed in the meantime. And I'm going to deploy my units as such. I'm going to throw out Gra first so that I can get the Light and Dark boost. Then I'm going to throw out Felnius so I can get the BC production boost. And then I'm going to throw out my Douglases in the order of 2, 3, 6, and then 5. So, we'll start off with that, and we'll see how we do. Okay. So in a second here I'll see how we did on Kukuri, and we will also see in comparison to how I did on Cephia. Actually what I'll do is, if you'll bear with me a second here, I will bring up my old video since I have my page up here, and I'll see if I can't figure out where I had Cephia's health last time in the last video. So first thing what I'll do here is I will heal up these Douglases, and I will fast forward in my video so I can see where I had her to. 1 second here. So in my last video I had her up to the Q in Queen. This time around I have her down to the D in Blade. Now that may not seem like a big difference, but that means I am definitely sparking more than I was before. And we'll check on Kukuri here. As you can see here, she has low health. Some of the other things you also want to consider, this may only pertain to Douglas, I'm not really sure, no further testing has been done, it's actually only been tested with Douglas. And one of the interesting things is, well, this can definitely get you extra spark points, especially if you're on a crit team. Those extra sparks will mean a lot more than they do on mine. So yeah, I'll go ahead and finish things up here, because, well, we didn't get completely smashed in by paralyzation this time, so there's always that. But anyway, I encourage everyone to try this out and share your results. I'm really interested to see if you are also able to determine whether the position of the units actually has an effect on sparking and all that good stuff. So anyway, take it easy guys, don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe. Talk to you next time.